Black Series Edition, LLC. Sorry about that. In the morning, getting things ready, getting things started. I do apologize for that one right there. All right, so we are getting the rest of our containers in. We'll be doing a ship out on Tuesday because we want to make sure we got a great deal of orders that came in. Thank you so much. We do appreciate the support. So I'm really happy about that. Thank you so much. Of course, it's been a great blessing by our Lord and Savior. So thank you so much. We really appreciate that. So the Black Friday sale, Cyber Monday sale is going on into the 4th. So you still have time to put orders in. We're going to be processing all this week, getting orders out the door as fast as possible. So that's why I'm giving the shipping updates now. You can have all that information right from the door. You're good to go. All right. So right now I'm still working on other projects. I'm working on our new company under our exotic collection. Pretty much going to probably show some of the interesting prototype containers that we're going to be working on with that project right there, because that project has some really interesting stuff attached to it. We did make available the Fusion. People asking for Fusion Gamer. We did make that available. It has the Black Friday sale attached to it. That does come with a bulk of LED lights. That is the 32 ounce. So right now we had to order containers, order like oh man, we got about 30 containers coming in, about 30 containers for 24 ounces. They sell the fastest. The 24 ounces go pretty quick. We are going to basically change how we're going to make the technology under the limited black edition. That is the most advanced version we have of this technology. It is one of our best screens. You might have seen it quite a few times. This thing is an amazing screen. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I get a chance to go down and pick out what unit I want. My unit that I'm going to, this is a brand new built building. Everything in there is all brand new. So I have to go down there and walk the facility, which I will not be recording. And also too, I will be picking out the unit that I'm going to be choosing. I'm going to be in for a bit where I'm taking care of business down there. The beautiful thing about it is this is my landing pad, which is with family. My family allowed me to be able to stay here for the time being until my place is ready. So now, tomorrow, I'll get a chance to go down and see exactly what I'm going to be getting. So I am looking at, oh man, I can't wait. I do know I did request my ceilings to be between 13 to 14 feet high. I do want high ceilings. I'm used to having high ceilings. And I do need around 13, 14 square feet of room, because I have a couple of things I want to put in there, especially a gaming office, which I'm going to put in there for my other work. But that's a different story. We'll talk about that later. All right, so I got to go to a furniture shop. I need to buy some furniture too. I have no furniture. I left all my furniture behind. So I got to rebuy everything all over again, which is good. I'm going to restart everything new anyway. All right, so let's talk about what's going on here. Again, thank you so much. The Black Friday sale has been absolutely amazing. We've been putting orders in left and right. We do appreciate it. Much appreciated. Right now I'm still working through a lot of my documents and paperwork, so basically we can go to the next stage. I cannot walk into a storefront, any property whatsoever, and advertise a product without proper paperwork attached to it. So good thing about it, LLC is already been filed. We have the copyrights already filed. We just got a confirmation back from copyrights telling us that we're good to go. We have a few provisional patents. Sorry, you can't dig these things up. See, when you file for a provisional patent, you have the object to make it public or non-public. That's why you can't find them. There you go. But we have them. We have to tell it to certain people, because certain people literally think they know how the world works. No, you can actually, anything, even domain names, anything, you can have the right to register as a public or non-public domain. I do non-public. So anyway, so yeah, all that stuff's been registered. Excuse me. Because we have to show that our stuff is protected when we go into these facilities. This is not just for customers, this is for companies. We're going to be dealing with a lot of companies. So also too, something I was thinking about too. I was thinking about we're definitely going to have a physical screen. We need a physical screen. We have to have one. And the reason why is because a lot of the companies that we're going to be dealing with, some of them may decide to paint their screens, but some of them may not. Some may want to be able to buy a physical screen to set it up time. Just basically comes down to just basically they don't want to have painters come in and out of a unit to paint up something. Some places don't want to go through all that. They basically just rather buy the screen, set it up, and be done. And this is why we're going to need a physical screen. So we may be launching screens a little bit earlier than 2 years because we're going to need them for that particular form of doing business on that end. So I'm going to look into that. All right. I'd rather do the wallpapers, to tell you the truth, at the end of the day. But then, you're going to have some people that want motorized operating screens. So we're going to have a few of those too on top of that. All right. So all orders are being taken care of. We got our supplies are coming in. So that's good. Everything is set up there. Sorry about that, people. Just got up. I'm tired and I got things and trying to get my correct over here so I can get what I got to get done today. So all that's finished, all that's done. Everybody was receiving tracking numbers today because ink's coming today. Should have had ink shipped in overnight. So that's coming tonight, and we had to get containers and everything else we needed to process orders and get them out the door for the customers. So everybody will be getting confirmation emails today, letting you know that your packages will be shipping out this week. Pronto. Because the faster I get you guys out of here, the faster I can move on to the other orders that are coming. We do not want to get stacked. The last thing we want to do is get stacked. I've been in a couple of instances where we got stacked a few times, and I don't want to get stacked. Good thing about it is we don't have to really do any more demonstrations. We have to go out and go here, this, and this, because we've done literally so many demonstrations. I can just pre-post my videos. We've done just about everything. I had somebody just send me a message a few minutes ago talking about, how about, you got any demonstrations on spraying screens? How many you want? We've literally, like I said, done just about everything you possibly think of. When we put those videos posts out there and we say unmatched, match or better, there is no one matching our stuff. Nobody. I've done the research. I've had customers come back and tell me, look, we went out, we did the research, we came back, there's nobody matching you. And there isn't, because everybody's following the same protocol. They're following that dark environment, ambient light controlled environment, high-end projectors. You got to spend the money for expensive contrast. You got to spend the money for expensive color. You got to calibrate when you get the color to begin with. You got to be stuck in a dark environment. It's the same protocol all the way around. So if everybody's doing the same thing and we're doing the opposite, of course we can't be matched. They're stuck in that same protocol. They go outside that protocol, their screens fail automatically because they didn't push it and work and they didn't do the test correctly. That's why. I was in a forum site and I was talking about calibrating. It's a joke. You don't need to calibrate it. You should never have to calibrate a projector. Now, if you're talking about in the era where before AR technology came out, ambient light projection technology came out, before you had gunmetal screens and all that stuff, yeah, then you were calibrating. You were definitely calibrating a projector because you were dealing with the white screen. Maybe a light gray screen, but mostly silver screen before it came to a gray screen. But you were calibrating. You had no choice. You had no choice to be stuck in a dark environment. You had no choice. That's how it was. Now, with the technology we have now and what projectors can do compared to what they were doing back then, you should never, ever have to calibrate a projector. Not ever. So the reason why you calibrate a projector is due to the fact that it has everything to do with the environment. Because if that screen is being used in a fully lit environment and it's not ambient light projection technology as it's claimed to be, it is going to have a really difficult time trying to maintain color and contrast without washing out. That's what's going to happen. There's nothing there to reject the ambient light for washing out the screen. One of the key parts of ambient light rejection technology is darker technology. It adapts better. The lighter stuff, no, doesn't work that well. But the darker screens have a much more advantage point when it comes to ambient light rejection. And one of the key things to a motorized projection screen, any kind of projection screen, is not so much the white level. The more important part is the black level. Because that's going to allow you to have color to pop higher, pull that 100% contrast level, and black screens are designed to absorb 10 times more light. That's why we only use them outside. But people got it mixed up. Sorry about that. They think for some reason that the lighter, the brighter the colors are, the more advanced the screen. No, if that's the case, then you just bought a white screen because that's going to produce the highest white level. So as I tell people, and then we go to forum sites, you guys got it mixed up. You guys got it caught up in that whole scenario of protocols where they tell you these big companies will have issues with screens pulling up in fully lit environments. So let's clean it up and say it has to be used in an ambient light controlled environment. Use it in a fully lit environment, the colors wash out a bit. Let's say you have to calibrate your projector. You can't pull contrast correctly. Let's say you have to buy this projector with a more advanced contrast capability to pick up darker shades. There you go. You're spending money the entire time for something that literally the screen pretty much has control over. So that's what I find funny about the calibrating of projectors. And this is off topic, but I like to talk about this kind of stuff because, again, it educates some people. It's an eye opener for others. It allows you to see that the industry for the entire time has not been telling you the truth, and it hasn't been telling you the truth. Why in the world are you sitting there calibrating a machine when the screen, when the projection screen itself is the issue? You're backwards. You can calibrate that machine from sun up to sundown, and you still are going to get a slight little difference, but you still are going to be stuck in a dark environment. If that was the case, then they would be doing the same demonstrations we're doing. Our screens do all the work. The projector has to do very little work. That's why our projectors are old, they're outdated. We're in these fully lit environments that nobody else will go into at the end of the day. And that projector can maintain a over 2 million to 1 contrast on a projector that only may have 100 to 1 or 2,000 to 1. The screen plays a big part. If you get a white screen, guess what happens? Your colors wash out even faster. Your contrast washes out even faster. It has extremely poor ambient light rejection. It doesn't have technology at all, ambient light technology at all, period. So you don't have that. You go out and you get yourself a mid-grade screen, a little bit more money. Now your colors have improved. Your contrast has improved a little bit. You can maintain a little bit better in a somewhat ambient light controlled environment. You go buy a gunmetal screen, which is a much darker burner technology. Now your contrast levels have improved. Your white levels are maintaining. You're able to pick up much higher color pop than the other screens, and you're able to maintain in an environment a little bit better than the other environments. It's the screen the entire time, unless you got a knockoff, and then it's your knockoff projector and your screen, which is worse. But that's what it comes down to. So people sit there and tell you, oh, you got to calibrate your projector to fix the problem. No, it's not the problem. It's your screen that's having the problem. So it's kind of like watching people chase their own tail, trying to calibrate over and over again. They go and buy new projectors and they'll calibrate that, and same nonsense. Okay, just want to put that out there real quick because I get the informed sites. We talk about all kinds of stuff, and that's one of the things I say calibrating is a joke. It is. You don't have to calibrate a projector. I've never calibrated a projector a day in my life. Let me see. Yeah, here. So pretty much, yeah. The sale is going to end on the 4th. If you are overseas, because right now we're not doing any overseas shipping for 1 year, we have to get some proper paperwork done. If you are buying from overseas, you can have it shipped to somebody within the United States, and they can ship it to you. We can do it that way. We had a few people do that already. That's another way you can do it. If you're interested in our test demonstrations, we have them here posted on the website. Demonstrations and all tests on the products before we ship them out. Shipping information, we have great detailed shipping information for you. And we have the limited edition. Now, people have been asking us about the limited edition. When's your shopping cart going to open? We are going to make the limited edition extremely rare. I decided to go down that route because I want a product that's like, somebody got it, they got like serious bragging rights that they can get their hands on one, like a very extremely rare to get your hands on it. So the limited edition will be 5 per month. We were going to do it at 100, but we're going to do it at 5 units a month. So if you get one, you get one, and you're just going to have to see if you can. We're not going to have a waiting list. We're not having none of that at all, period. You just have to be one of those lucky people that's going to be able to get one of them. But other than that, yeah, there's going to be 5 per month. We want to make something extremely rare that people who do have it have a right to say, yeah, I got one of these bad boys. I got one of these screens. We're going to do the same thing with the motorized screens. Each one of our screens we designed is going to be a rare version of one of them. That's going to be extremely almost impossible to get your hands on. But to get one, well, yeah, you got those little bragging rights. All right, so this shopping cart will be opened up tomorrow. This is a special shopping cart. This is for the limited edition black. This is the most advanced one we make for our products. This will be available tomorrow. We will have 5 in the shopping cart. Once the 5 have depleted, the shopping cart locks down, and that's it. We do 5 per month. So we'll get ready to get this one. I gotta go over to are we gonna edit it anywhere in here? I bet you I'm in one of my other pages too. Let me see. Not really much right there. That's a whole black shop right there. Where's the editing for this thing? This editing? many inches, 40 inches. Let me see. Oh, we can't go in there. That's orders. Okay. That's the limited edition. All right, I'll have to come out. I got to go into editing because I got to go edit all that stuff in here. We got to bring it down to it's gonna be 5 per month. All right. Well, let me see. Anything else? It's 5 per month. Ooh. Let me sure I change some stuff in here. Okay, I guess that's basically about it. There's not really much to talk about, to tell you the truth. We give you the updates and the customers, let them know the products are going to be shipping out soon. You'll be getting tracking numbers today. We'll be processing orders to get ready to get them out the door. All this week we'll be shipping out. So we've already started making orders ahead of time. So that way, if anything comes in, we can just basically just put it in the package, take it out the door. I will be showing off. We're still waiting for we just got our which one come back telling that the copyright went through for the search. So we're good on that. They couldn't find anything. We're the only ones to get. We get the rights to it, which is good. Once that comes through, we can start showing you some of the other cool stuff we're going to be working on. Our ink pens, keychains. We have the thank you cards, custom boxes, and custom graphic labels, all that stuff like that. So that way, when you open up the box, you got a little thank you, you got a little ink pen that comes with it with our company's name and logo on it. You got a nice little keychain. Our keychains are sharp. I got some really nice ones. And you'll have your thank you card from our company. So I want to set our boxes up like that because presentation is everything. That's why I try to explain to people, the labels we have are for the time being. Those are not the official labels. We have never showed off what the labels actually look like because those particular labels are with the Copyright Office. Once we get the confirmation, that little number I need that says, hey, look, your stuff is already registered, then we will change everything over on the site. You'll see the labels start changing, logos will change. That'll be the real stuff that we pushing through. And then we'll go from there. But as I said before, like I said, the labels we have for right now, they're temporary, they're okay, but we need to get something more professional. Like the first time I did a professional can, I did one when I had digital 4K Crystal Onyx. Beautiful setup, label wrapped all the way around. It had the barcodes on the side of it. It had specification information on it. It was beautiful. So I was able to get another graphic designer to do another wrap for our, this time we do wraps this time for the cans. And we have to get metal. We need metal black cans because the machine that we're going to be using that's going to be processing, mind you, once we get all our paperwork and done, I have 4 distributorship contracts on waiting for my paperwork. Once my paperwork is completed and we can show that we are legit, we are basically registered, a company, we can start the process of basically processing orders on a much larger level. Orders we're doing now are nice. They float the company very nicely, keeps us well established, but we're talking about anywhere from 100 to 200 gallons a day. That's what our contracts are basically embedded with. Some are even much higher than that. They have to see whether or not we can handle the payout. We can do the process. That's what they want to make sure. So in order to do that, in order for me to go anywhere, I want to get warehouse space, to get equipment, licensing for this, that, and the other. I have to have all this paperwork lined up and done. Tax papers and business identification, wholesale licenses, and all other stuff like that. We need all that stuff to begin with. And safety material, data sheets, all that stuff has to be in order for us to do anyone to do business with us. So different online. It's a little big difference offline when you're doing brick and mortar. So with that, we can start getting set up to get our machinery put in. We can get forklift operators. We need trucks basically ready to move stuff from one place to the next, not for shipping, but for other things like that. And with those certain licenses, especially an S corporate license, would give me a lot of power to move around and do things where I need to do them. Sorry about that, people. It's early in the morning. I'm a bit hoarse here. So, yeah, that's the kind of things we're working. These are different levels of platforms we're working on right now to get things up and going. By this summer, we should be good to go. We should be fully operational on that level. So that's what we're waiting for now, just to get the rest of these documents and paperwork done. Yeah. So basically, I had to research the machine that we're going to be using that's going to process 80 gallons a day, and 80 gallons an hour, something like that, something insane. It's a very amazing piece of equipment. We definitely using that. I'm not buying that thing. I think it's way too expensive. But with that being said, that will allow us to be able to meet the demands of the contracts we'll be under, because we would easily be able to process. Oh, that machine does the labeling. No more doing it by hand. It'll pour and dispense the product into the containers. It'll do anything from quarts to 5 gallons, 10 gallons, 20 gallons, but we're only going to do certain sizes. So with the people, it will also do the labeling, and press comes down and seals the can professionally. So we were looking at how much pressure the press comes down when it hits, because that's very important. You don't want a container to get crushed in the middle of the process. So the metal cans is where we have to go with. I'm pretty sure they do it. I've seen the plastic cans. So I need to research on that, how they do the plastic cans, what kind of machinery they're using for that. So there's little stuff we're looking at. Someone was asking about 3D printing screens. Oh yeah, all that stuff we talked about is going to happen, but it takes stages. It's not something you can talk about it. So hold on a minute, people. What's going on over here with me today? My goodness, man! I'm talk on camera without choking to death. A little better there. All right, so yeah, all that stuff is processed. Yeah, it takes a lot of work. Just like all the stuff we do right here when you're making screen paint products, you can't just come on camera and just throw stuff up there and come up with these weird theories that your product is doing this and doing that. Everything has to be backed up. So 3D printing machines, yeah, that's something that can be done. It's not hard to do, but still you're gonna need paperwork to do it. Oh, forgot about that too. We need to apply for that too. I'll do that today. There's something else we literally have to get. And then good thing City Hall is not that far from me, because when the summertime starts up, we want to do events in the park with inflatable screens. For basically, we're going to do retro gaming competitions. It's going to show our advertisement. The logo is going to pop up. We're going to get a couple of really huge inflatable screens for that. I have to go to City Hall to get permits for that. So again, filing for a permit, guess what you're going to be asking for? Your business information, which you better have. Yeah, good thing our company's going to be. Also, on top of that, working on next is insurance for our company, because the next stage after that is for doing installments. Having our own team, our own crew, come to your resident and install your screens in for you. That's our next stage. You have to be licensed and bonded for that. So these are all the different things you have to do at the end of the day. You can't just go out there and just go, you have to do all these tests. They have to be done. This is why all this testing had to be done on our products, because again, we can walk into any facility, invest the money into all that paperwork and whatever has to be done, because I can clearly walk in, I can do that demonstration just like that on camera with no problem, or off camera, because we've done the test. We know how our products are going to work. Other individuals can't do this because they really don't know if their product is going to work on that level, because they've been cutting corners. When you cut corners, yeah, there's a good chance that you're going to have a problem where you're going to be faced with something that you can't basically take on because you have not done the tests. There you go. That's why it pays not to cut corners. So let me see. We are going to be, well, we're done here. I guess that's basically about it. I can give you a little insight on some stuff we're going to be working on, stuff like that. Some licenses I have to apply for, a few things I'm going to need. Okay. So, what's that thing that I needed? I needed, I forgot the name of that thing I said I needed. Okay. It'll come to me later on. There's something else I got to apply for at City Hall. There's another document I have to sign for. Permits. I have to sign for permits. That's what I need, permits. When we start doing some other advertising. The 3D mapping technology under our other company for the exotic collection, a lot of those demonstrations are going to be done and out in the open, so people can see it out in the open. The technology is designed for like mapping and visual effects for parties and stuff like that. So that's going to be pretty cool. All right, well, that's basically about it. Well, I'll get everybody taken care of today. You'll get your tracking numbers and all that. Ink and all that stuff will be here, and we'll get ready to get everybody shipped out. And thank you so much. We really appreciate the support for the company. That's basically about it. To tell you the truth, there ain't really much to really talk about. Everybody's going to be taken care of, and we got our updates. We got paperwork to do today. I got a ton of paperwork. I still got to go over to the IRS and contact them. Apparently, I have a tax identification ID number already done, so they last forever. So I got to go down and do a name change. I have to change everything over to the new company over here, and then we'll be good to go. All right, well, with that being said, I got to go. Thank you all. Be safe, and God bless.